Now this man that y'all seeing on the screen had the most darkest huge secret in his basement. The neighbors didn't know. No one around the neighborhood didn't know until it was too late.
Tonight, TV5 is learning state police have 14 detectives on this case.
I hear a pounding at my door at 4 in the afternoon.
Y'all already know what I'm about to say. Go get your snacks.
I just started off in your world.
Now, I have to give y'all the whole context of this. This guy name is Kevin. Not the creepy basement guy, but just this random guy named Kevin. He's important because this is how it all started. So this guy named Kevin, he's this gay guy and he has a lot going on in his life in a good way. So he gets on this dating app and he meets somebody. He finds somebody and he planned on meeting them. Now, this is around Christmas Eve in 2019, a day right before Christmas. He decided to leave his house and go meet this guy that he met on his app. But when he left his house, he was never heard of again.
What you're about to hear is extremely graphic and may be upsetting to many.
Then later around that day, I think it was around 11 p.m., he switched his phone off. Now, that was unusual. He never did that, especially when you meet a stranger. Why would you do that? So he switched his phone off and then it's Christmas Day. He didn't arrive for Christmas breakfast, nothing. Something was off. Now, this entire Christmas Day, Kevin did not show up. So then the search for him began on the 26th. Because everybody is starting to panic now. He didn't show up. He was supposed to meet this guy. He probably did, but something happened because he didn't give nobody a text or call. Now then, on the 27th, his car was found because his phone was pinged, and that led them to his car and his phone. But then they noticed something weird in his car because it was his clothing in the car. Like the clothing y'all see him wearing getting out of the house, that was in the car. He didn't bring no extra clothes. Just so y'all understand, in his car was his wallet, phone, wallet, key, cash, ID, his clothes, meaning he was naked or somebody dressed him, but there's no sign of him. He's gone.
I'm going to get a little deep and I'm going to get a little dark. One of my dear subscribers and fans, his name was Kevin Bacon. The case, it's giving me weird vibes. Really hit close to home. Kevin had beauty killer tattooed on his chest. I am really excited to show you guys my first eyeshadow palette. Beauty killer eyeshadow palette.
If I can't be beautiful, I'd rather just die.
But when they checked his phone, they noticed his last text was to the same guy that he decided to meet up with on this dating app. His name on the dating app wasn't his real name. This guy's real name is Mark. And y'all know Mark is the basement guy. This guy, Mark, basically lured Kevin into his basement. 2 months before this, though, Kevin wasn't the first victim. It was this guy named James. He was lured to the basement. He was tied up, I believe chained up, but he got away and he called the cops.
Sorry, Ras.v 911, where's your emergency?
I met this guy at the bus station who offered me a ride, and I'm not even sure where I am. Well, I broke out of this fucking basement, and I need a ride. Okay. I'm in trouble. I can't even find my way back to his place if I wanted to. Sweetheart, I need help.
Okay, I'm gonna get you help. Are you walking down the street right now?
Yes, ma'am, I am. I don't know whether he drugged me. I don't know. I woke up in the fucking basement, okay? Chained in the basement with a leather thing around my ankle, and I cut it with the butcher knife that I have in my freaking hand, excuse my French. And I met this guy. I'm by, he was cute, he hit on me. I don't know, we went out to the car, we talked, we went to the store, had a soda. I woke up in the basement.
Okay.
He obviously drugged me.
Do you know what his name was?
No.
No?
And I don't want to pursue it. I want to go home.
Y'all want to know a little bit about Mark, this creep? He was a married man to another guy. I believe his name is Jamie. I don't know, a little fun fact that I just wanted to tell y'all, but the guy James who called the cops, how did all of that happen? When he picked him up, James fell asleep in the car, but when he woke up, he was chained and tied. How he got out? Well, they had something sharp next to him. He was able to pick it up and cut himself loose and dip out of there. So the guy Mark was lacking. Gladly he was lacking. Then another guy 6 weeks later ended up breaking out the house and calling the cops once again. Yes.
Charlotte County 911.
I want to get away from some creepy guy. He had me tied up in his basement.
I'm sorry, what's that?
I'm trying to escape from some guy who had me chained up in his basement.
He had you chained in his basement? Where are you calling from?
I don't know. He after me.
Hey, Z, I need you to go to somewhere safe. If you can run up to somebody's house. Where are you at right now? Are you able to get away?
Help me.
Now this guy who you heard on the police call, he ran out and he ran to the neighbors and he was wearing nothing, just a leather kilt. A leather kilt is that. His basement is basically this kidnapping sex dungeon. Now what was strange about this whole thing, that nothing happened with Mark. Like, he just said, oh, they just fooling around, they're my friends, they're just fooling around, and nothing really happened. Mark was still his free creep, roaming the area, doing whatever he wanted. But when that guy runs to the neighbors to call the police, like I told y'all just a few seconds ago, Mark ended up showing up right behind the guy. I'll let the neighbor explain to y'all what all happened.
I hear a pounding at my door at 4 in the afternoon, and I jump up. My dogs are barking like you probably hear, and this kid has his face covered with a rag and a phone to his ear, and he's like, help me, he's after me, just scared to death out of his mind.
He's after me.
A gentleman pulls up in my driveway in a silver SUV, and he gets out and he's wearing the same getup this guy's wearing, which is a leather skirt and a couple of belts crossing her body, no shoes on, no shirt. This kid grabs my arm and clutches behind me. Keep him away from me, just scared out of his mind.
So remember, nothing happened with Mark. He didn't go to jail. He's still a free man. He was able to talk himself out of getting in trouble. All of the guys before Kevin got away. Kevin, the only one that didn't get away. Now, I don't want to miss this out because this is important. You have Mark and Mark's husband, Jamie. Jamie wasn't the crazy one. It was just Mark.
Jamie, do you think that it's possible that Mark has murdered before?
At hand, I think it could very well be possible.
Their relationship started out good. Mark growing up, he was this intelligent guy, but he had some mental problems. And Jamie had no idea what Mark was doing behind the scenes at all. Now, because Kevin's phone was left behind in the car with his clothes ID and everything like that, it was able to get in the phone and track down Mark's house because Kevin was the last person to text him. The police go to Mark's house, and when Mark opened the door, he's this guy just like off a black phone. The creeps, they really act like this, just like this. He's like, hello, how you doing?
Hello? I'm wondering, have you seen this boy? Yes, please. Come inside. Come on.
He welcomed him in. He has like this different personality, this sweet personality. But behind closed doors, y'all know what he's doing. Black Phone, the movie, did a good job into showing how these creeps are. Mark was like, you know what? Knock yourself out. Check all around the place. Do whatever y'all need to do. Make yourself at home. You want tea? I can make you tea. Like, just whatever to like this guy. But they went into the basement. The police, they go downstairs in this basement. When they open the door, it's kind of dark with a little bit of lights, but they see Kevin. He's tied up, chained up, but he's not alive anymore. He jabbed him in the back with a knife. Then that same knife slit the throat, cut the nuts, then put the nuts on a frying pan and ate his nuts. What the f***? He was going to use his muscles as jerky. Basically, he was using his whole body as food. This definitely giving me Jeffrey Dahmer vibes. Alright, what the hell? Apparently, Mark's saying that Kevin sacrificed himself to Mark. Listen.
Mark would later say Kevin had told him he wanted to die. He asked Mark to stab him in the spine so that he wouldn't feel a thing. But that didn't quite work out, so Mark then slit his throat.
It's just, the whole thing is weird. He's just, you can see the creep in people, and I don't like, it's like most people you can't until it's too late, but I feel like I can. Like, I've been doing too many cases, I can just see it. The warnings is always there before something tragic happens though. 2 guys got away, called the cops. This guy was still off the hook. This could have been avoided.
Did you use a knife to stab Mr. Bacon?
Yes, I did.
After Mr. Bacon was dead, did you remove part of his body, specifically his testicles?
Yes, I did.
And that right there is why you shouldn't do dating apps. If you do hang out with this person in public, first try to sense that vibe. And if the vibe good, then I guess y'all gonna go in the house. And do that with each other. I know why I'm ending the video. I got to after that.
I just skirted off in your will. Yeah, I just skirted off with your bitch.